Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck. Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
You see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. Chat, what's going on? Good evening, man. As you see, I'm solo right now. Benny Boondocks will be joining me shortly. He has some work stuff to do. But it's Wednesday, man. Happy hump day. I know y'all see the shirt. Let's go. Hold on. Let me move this. Caneswear, man. Go check out Caneswear, 2655 South University Drive in Davie. If you're not local, you can go to caneswear.com, man, and get all your gear. You know, the holidays are coming up. If you need gear for the family, you can go to caneswear.com. If you need gear from You Heard, you can scan that QR code right there in your upper left-hand corner, and you can get all the gear you need, man. I'm going to leave that up, though, for the whole joint because, you know, the playoffs are coming up, and we got new gear coming up. We cooking in the lab right now. So, yeah, get your gear. Chat. What's going on, man? I appreciate everybody. We got about 69 in the chat and climbing right now. Yeah. Canes Nation, lace your boots up. That's right. It's time. It's almost time. Austin, Miami isn't making it out of Calfield. A&M loses on the road to a top 15 rival, and everyone forgets how to act. I respect that, Austin. If you're an A&M fan, you know, I respect you. Thank you for coming on the show. Whatever fan you are, man, I appreciate you. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see, man. It's not like Calfield is daunting. You know, I've been there. I was there a couple years ago when Miami played, especially at 11 in the morning. You know what I mean? And now if it was a night game and, you know, everybody had a chance to drink some, you know, some of that alcohol or whatever, then all right. But, you know, we'll see, though. We'll see. Adrian, you know you done fucked up, don't you? Yeah, it's time, brother. It's time. Yeah, it's time. True to the U. They're about to see about Bain. Yeah, we're going to see. Now, listen, man, their O-line is tough. They have some older guys. I think the dude who was talking was like a fifth-year senior, I think, or a senior at least. He's an older guy. He's an NFL guy too, man. So we're going to see. It's going to be a good matchup. James, Miami's a matchup nightmare for A&M. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. Austin says Howell better. Okay, you know, we'll see. And James Bain about to make Reed eat through a straw. Yeah, man, we're about to see. 818, man. Cali Kane, day one. Howell also isn't getting double teamed every game and snap. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. Again, man, we appreciate you guys coming through. You know, Austin, man, you're gonna take some fire here, but you know, just try to be respectful. Everybody try to be respectful, man. Hopefully, you know, we should be able to just talk and you know and you know talk shit a little bit, but you know, respect each other. You know, we all grown in here. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, man. Playoffs. That's all we got, right? We're in the playoffs. Recruiting is going well. Transfer portal's popping. You see names coming in that portal, and of course, there's only going to be more, man. And with the big news today, everybody saw Sharon Moore is out at Michigan, right? And then there's rumors that Coach Freeman may be out at Notre Dame. He may go to the Giants. So there's a lot of things going on, man. There's going to be a lot more movement. The Michigan thing, that's big. That's big. Michigan has recruited well. But we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if they can keep that team together, if they can keep that class together. That's another good job, though, on the market. But there aren't that many, I'm not going to say quality coaches, but there aren't that many big name, Michigan big house coaches. You know what I mean? There's no Jim Harbaugh. If Jim Harbaugh wants to come back, which he doesn't. So Austin is saying Michigan wants Kalen DeBoer. I guess that'd be cool. I mean, Kalen DeBoer is not impressive he wasn't impressive at Alabama. But if they want Kalen DeBoer, they're gonna have to pay up. And Alabama now becomes a job. Now, who goes to Alabama? You know what I mean? Do they get Lane Kiffin away from LSU? Like, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. I know Michigan's going to want a big name, though. Michigan's definitely going to want a big name. They may tap into the NFL ranks. Who knows? But I would definitely be interested, to see what's going to happen with that roster. Are people going to rush to the portal, or are they going to chill, or what? Ralph, let me see. Canes defense on worst days haven't given up more than 26 points all season. Only 3 times they gave up 20. A&M, Canes D being underestimated. Hey, man, listen. We're all fans of the Canes in here. Other fan bases, they pay attention to their teams, right? They're not sitting there. A&M fans are not sitting there watching Miami games. Now, for people like me, and I'm sure there's people in this chat who watch football all day, all week, Thursday night football. If a game comes on Friday night, Saturday, all day. You know what I mean? So we kind of watch all teams, but we don't watch it like we watch Miami. So you can't knock them. They've watched their team. They're 11-1. You know what I mean? They're 11-1. Their defense is solid. They recruit like Miami recruits. They have top 10 classes every year, just like Miami. They have a defensive coach in Mike Elko. You know what I mean? And Coach Elko, who, he's a great defensive coach, man. Hawaii Kane, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. A&M QB Reed isn't that great throwing. Stop the Aggies run game and makes Reed uncomfortable. Affect the QB. Absolutely. Absolutely. You hit it on the head, man. And I think, listen, it's funny to me when people say, get the quarterback off the spot and he's going to mess up. Like, that's, any quarterback, for the most part, you get off his spot is going to have issues. Tom Brady, you get Tom Brady off his spot, he's a wreck. Pat Mahomes, anybody. So that's going to be the same thing for Carson Beck, right? Texas A&M is going to try to apply pressure because we know when you apply pressure, it just gets some quarterbacks rattled. Now, Marcel Reed will give up the ball. Like, he will put the ball in harm's way. But the caveat with him is he has legs. Like, he can run. He'll escape if you're not careful. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be an interesting chess match. I wonder how it's gonna be with their offensive coordinator, though. Yeah, he's coaching the playoffs, but he's now the head coach of K-State, his alma mater. Like he has recruiting to do. He has roster retention to worry about and roster management to worry about. And, he has to speak to donors. He got to get money in the building. Like he has work to do. So how, of course, he's going to be a professional and call the plays, but how focused is he really on that, man? I think, either way, like, is he going to throw the kitchen sink at Heatherman? Like, yo, this is my last hurrah. I'ma just double reverses, flea flickers and all types of madness. Or is he gonna call a regular game? He has 2 weeks to prepare. So is it gonna look like it has looked? Because maybe he has someone else helping him with the game plan because he doesn't have that much time. So maybe there's somebody else with influence, and the offense may not look like it has looked for the past month or all season. So we don't know, man. There's gonna be caveats, man. There's gonna be crazy, crazy things going on. And what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Heatherman gives opponents 2 drives. Then he said, "Yeah, yep, no doubt, no doubt. We are going to see. We're gonna see." And offensively, on when we're on defense, like we're talking about, listen, man, they have weapons. They have weapons all over the field, man. Their receiving core is serious. Like, we have to tackle. We remember Louisville. That was our worst tackling game of the year. But normally we are efficient. We tackle well, we rally to the ball. We get multiple bodies to the ball. So, it could be, we were on for the culture last night. Salute to AO, Flo, Benny, man. And I forgot who mentioned it. It might have been Flo that, we got 2 weeks off and we can't tackle. We don't really tackle in those 2 weeks. So missing tackles and being kind of sloppy could happen. It could happen, man. So there's a lot, man. There's a lot. I'm glad that we have veterans that have been there before. Carson Beck has played on a big stage before. He's been in a playoff. Jacoby Thomas at Tennessee, I don't think they've been in a playoff, but he's been in that environment. He's been in the SEC. He's played in that environment. Keontae Scott was at Auburn. He played in that environment, So I feel like CC was at A&M a couple years ago when they played, and Rueben Bain and Wes and Chase. Some of those older guys, Coop, I feel like were at A&M when they played those guys a couple years ago. So, and I think it helps that it's at 11 a.m. I'm not going to front. I think it helps that it's that early. I don't think it's going to be rowdy like it would be at 3:30 or at 7:30 at night. I just don't think it is. I mean, it's going to be full, no doubt, but you got people coming in, straggling in. I don't think it's going to be as rowdy as it would be. So I do know the weather's supposed to be beautiful, though. I know it's supposed to be like in the 60s, 70s, man, nice and sunny. So, yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait. Let's look at this, man. It should have been a 3:30 game. Yeah, Cali, no doubt, but those times and everything are reserved well ahead of the game. They're scheduled well ahead of the game. So this is just a slot. I think next, if we make it past A&M and we go to Dallas to play Ohio State, that's at 7:30 at night, baby. That's prime time. That's prime time, baby. So, 100 plus thousand at College Station, not as rowdy as Miami. A&M fans. Yo, they have some of the nicest fans ever. Like when we was out there, they were so cordial, man. They were just nice out there. Like we went to Clemson, nice fans at Clemson too, man. They were nice, man. So King Cal, what up? What's going on? Hope all is well, man. Nobody wants those two teams that pretty much got buys first round. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hopefully, hopefully we are ready to play. And listen, the one thing about Coach Cristobal, right, is that when it comes to big games, he seems to have Miami ready, man. If we go back, this year, Notre Dame, Florida, two huge games. Now, of course, you want to talk about the slip-ups. All right. But the big games, last year, first game of the season, in the swamp, a beating took place. You know what I mean? A couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when Texas A&M came to Miami, big game. We did our thing. So, he has us ready, man. I promise if y'all come to the game, y'all gonna have fun. Oh yeah, no doubt. Austin, I've been there, man. I was there a couple years ago. Like I said, great atmosphere. The campus is beautiful. The stadium is beautiful. The people treat you right, man. It was a nice atmosphere. I'm not gonna lie. Food is good down there. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Yeah, man. And we got a Miami boy that Coach Cooney is on the staff at A&M now. So are you gonna go to Dallas? Man, I wish I could, man. My kids are home from college, man. It's the holiday. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't, this ain't time. Michigan Fire Morris being, yeah. Nassau. We was just talking about that, man. Sharon Moore got in his own way, man. He got in his own way. He has to have self-control, man. We don't know the whole story. We don't know what happened, but he got in his own way, man. He got in his own way. All right, man. So listen. Texas A&M and College Station. What do you think the keys to the game are, man? Like, what has to happen? Let's just talk about Miami's offense right now, right? What has to happen for Miami to be successful? I've been thinking about this. I thought about it earlier, man, and I think, and we talked about it again last night on For the Culture. We were talking about the other receivers getting involved, right? Because it looks like Mally is getting the bulk of the touches, which is fine, but you can't force feed him, right? There's going to be a lot of attention. Coach Elko is a defensive coach. He's not going to let the freshman. You heard what he called them, right? The skinny freshman. Is that what he called them? The little freshman or something like that? He's not going to let the little freshman, run around out there and go crazy. So CJ Daniels, Keelan Marion, if JoJo gets his opportunity, Pringle, Fletch, everybody else going to have to step up, man. They're going to have to step up. Tight end, Elijah Lofton may have a big game. Yeah, they're going to have to step up because they're going to do their best to take Malachi Tony away. All right, hold on, guys. We got my guy coming in fresh off the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh off. Picture this dude on the yo. All right, we done? Yes. Everybody done? Yeah. I gotta get. Okay.
Yeah, wrap it up. I played the music. You know what I mean? I played the
Wrap
music.
it
Wrap
up,
it up,
B.
B. You
Yeah.
got it. This could have been an email. Let's
Yeah.
get this going, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What we talking about?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. You
doing?
you eating snacks right now?
CB channeling CBs inner ghost.
Wow. Seriously, sharp cheddar and cheese.
It's good, son.
Man. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, man. We have a Texas A&M fan in the chat rapping for his squad. What?
Salute.
Nothing wrong. Yeah.
No.
Very respectful dude, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just talking about what the offense has to do to be successful, man. What we discussed last night on For the Culture about kind of not force feeding Mally and letting the other receivers get off. CJ's gonna have one-on-one. Keelan Marion's gonna be one-on-one. JoJo, if he's out there, one-on-one coverage. Josh Moore. They have to take advantage of their opportunities. And
Dalen Upshaw.
Yeah, Dalen Upshaw. I think that defensive backfield for A&M is ripe for the pickings, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So
I would agree with that.
Yeah, what you think, man?
Yeah, man. Like I watched a little bit of the Florida game and the Texas game, and I'd watched the Notre Dame game with Texas. So yeah, man, they leave a lot of space in the back end. Like I'm not as worried with their secondary as some might be. I saw Florida's receivers running all over them, wide butt naked ass open. You know what I mean? And I don't think Florida's receivers are solid. You know what I mean? Their offense, what Billy tried to do is atrocious. But with Crazy Legs Lagway, I don't see. I see them being a lot more advantageous with the receiver core than what people are thinking. And I think, like you said yesterday, we talked about it yesterday, right on For the Coaches. Like, I think they're going to use Mally on a lot of plays as a decoy because they're going to be hyper fixated on him. And I think there's going to be the pressure of like, oh man, they're the ACC team, we're SEC, and they're going to discount and like not give us the credit. So yeah, man, I wasn't watching their secondary. The front seven are solid. Watching their secondary, they can get lost and they get confused pretty easily and consistently because it's not like they shut anybody out. You know what I mean? A team that in Notre Dame that we held to 24 points, they gave up 41 the following week. Well, the quarterback that coming into it was like, oh, it's just his first game. Had one game, put a 41 on him the next game. So, that's got to count for something. So, not impressed with their secondary, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
And again, man, everybody has time, right? They have 2 weeks just like we have 2 weeks. So they'll put together a game plan, man. Their coach is a defensive mind. So they will definitely put together a game plan. Offensively for them and defensively for us.
Marcel Reed.
Again, mentioned they have talent all over the field on offense. They like to get the running backs out in the pass game. They use a lot of motion, misdirection. And Marcel Reed can use his legs. You know, he can run. He has an arm. He's protected back there. His O-line is very solid. They're very solid, man. So I'm not gonna hold you. They're a veteran group, and they're built in the trenches. So of course, the key, like against every quarterback, is to get pressure, right? Make them uncomfortable, change the picture. Don't get hit for explosives, because that's what they want to do. They want to make explosive plays. Like they are tops in the nation in explosive plays. So we have to make sure we don't, let them throw the ball down the field. We have to make sure when they throw the ball short that we tackle.
Yep.
And I think we're good, man. If we can turn the ball over a little bit, he will do that. He will give the ball up. I think we'll be all right on defense.
I was watching, I think it was shout out to Rueben Bain from OBB. He was doing a student of the game. And one of the first plays they showed was that the safety bit when he thought Marcel Reed was going to run, left Craver open right behind them. And it was like they were like at their 13 right at A&M, and it was like an 87-yard pass because the secondary didn't tackle and they bit up. So it was like both things that we're supposed to do. So it was like even short plays, these receivers can absolutely take it to the house.
Oh yeah,
Marcel Reed scares the hell out of me, man. Like I don't know. And Joe, you can speak to this better than me. I don't know if he's like if you want to keep him in the pocket or if you want to have him kind of scrambling and like I'm saying, like if you're A&M, right, or if you're Miami, do you want to keep him in the pocket and sack him in there? Like does he get outside and then the safeties like we've seen that issue this year, right? When Byron Brown hit us for a couple 50-yard plays was because he broke contain. Safeties kind of got their eyes in the backfield, or corners got eyes in the backfield, and somebody broke out behind them. So that's kind of where I guess the benefit comes that we've played those kind of quarterbacks because you kind of know what your tendencies were, and you know what I mean, like how to fix that. But I worry about our linebackers with the speed because Reed is a problem. Like not even gonna be Reed is a problem scrambling. Man, he has almost 500 yards rushing this season.
Yeah,
so
he is. Yeah, man. He's pretty good in the pocket. You just wanna change the picture and muddle the pocket a little bit because he's short. I didn't realize he was like 6 foot. You know
I didn't realize that. I thought he was taller. Yeah.
Nah, he's short. So you just muddle his vision a little bit. You want to do that. He's a guy you definitely don't want to just come up the field recklessly.
Yep.
You lose your lane integrity and he runs right by you. Lose your contain or whatever. You don't want to do that. But you definitely want to change his picture up, make him throw over the top of those big old linemen. So yeah, man. And like we said, that O-line does a good job of protecting them. Like I ain't gonna hold you. They do a good job. I think this will be their stiffest test of the year. Definitely. It's gonna be the biggest test. You know what I mean?
And coming off like one of the better D lines in Texas, right? We call it. So it's like, and seeing what happened there, there's a lot of things you could take away from that. From that Texas performance that I don't know, and I don't know how you fix those things with that time because your personnel is your personnel. Yeah, you can scheme it, but I don't know how you fix all those things. And then you know what I'm saying, it's like if you try to plug that hole, something else can open up on the back end, right? Like if you try to,
they don't max protect, like they just let their 5 block, like they don't chip for real. Like their running backs are running out routes. You know what I mean? Their tight end is running routes. So they let the 5 work, man. So we're gonna see how fast he processes because Coach Heatherman sends people everywhere. All over. So he's sending people from the bench. Yep. You know what I mean? He's sending everybody.
He picking somebody out of his pocket. Hey, go out there.
He's
do this.
Sending everybody, son. So, we're gonna see, man. I think somebody mentioned it in here, and we know we've been watching games, man. It takes about a drive for Coach Heatherman to get in his groove. Yep. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You can always kind of tell, man, like when the pick game, first play of the game, Moten with the sack, we was like, oh yeah. It's popping.
Yeah, it's that play I was like, okay, I literally after that play I was like, okay, we can coast now. Like, and that had only been the first play. Doesn't mean shit because the next play they could have popped us for a 75-yard bomb. I was like, I saw that. I was like, okay, I literally just took like a deep breath, laid out on my couch. I was like, oh, we good money here. We good money.
Yeah. So I think it's either gonna be, it could. I've been saying it all year. Like I've been not waiting, but anticipating a team scoring 30 points at some point. You know what I mean?
Like you thinking it's bound to happen.
Teams that I'm giving more credit for, and they don't. Like Pitt scored 7 points, dog. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Man. I don't know. It's going to be a good game, though. This is a game. This is what you want, though. It's the playoffs. Everybody's good. Playoffs? Yes, it's the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs.
You know
yes.
Everybody's
there's
good.
No
this
bumps
ain't,
here.
this
there's
ain't
no
conference
bumps
play. Yeah, this ain't conference play. This ain't, what's the play? It's set. I'm going to keep it a buck. The Tulane and Ole Miss and all that. Yeah. But it's the playoffs, man. So it's going to be popular.
Yeah, man. Like I'm looking forward to it. Like, I mean, we're 10 days away now, and I'm not. I watched it and I've seen I saw the JD Pickle prediction, and I watched like different things just to see what people are talking about, and I'm just like I don't know if you're looking at the A&M performances versus the teams they've played, because A&M has had a sweet record, right? Like sweet schedule. They didn't really play, the best of the best in that conference. You know what I'm saying? They kind of stayed away from the upper echelon
Notre
of teams.
Dame. Well, not kind of. They played Texas,
South Carolina, Arkansas that they barely beat. You know what I mean? They didn't play
South Carolina too, right?
They almost lost to South Carolina. Like, they didn't have a hard schedule. Y'all could drop it in the comments. We don't want to type while we're talking with y'all. But it wasn't the hardest of schedules, right? But it gets that cover of, it's the SEC. You know what I mean? Every game's got to be tough. No, man, there's some weak-ass teams. That's why 15 out of the last 20 years, either Georgia or Alabama have either played each other or played in that conference championship. So it's not like anybody can win. It's the same fucking teams, right? But I digress. So I don't know if their performances have been because of their level of talent. Not saying that they don't have the level of talent, but I'm saying against the talent that they've played, how actually good they are. And Miami for the same thing. Like, Miami's had their easier games and shit like that, but I don't know if they're just looking it up as, they play in the SEC and that gives them a +1, because I don't know if they know what they're in for when this team that's already been playing in the playoffs. It's already been happening for us. Like, they got the coast. They thought they were going to the SEC championship. Now in November 1st, after that flight home from Dallas, we were in the playoffs. Like, that was different. So we've been in a different mode. So I don't know if how basketball shit, you're going to rest your guys the last week of the season. You know what I mean? You're heading into a series, so you're coming in cold and you're playing as the 1 seed or the upper seed. So it's I don't know how much of that can be in it, but I'm not. Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
But again, I say all that to also say Marcel Reed scares the hell out of me because he can scramble. You know what I mean? All those things, both those things can be true for me because I've watched 3 of their games. So A&M, ND, Florida, and Texas. I'm gonna watch the Arkansas game after this because I guess that was a close game, but I didn't watch because I'm not thinking that we're gonna play A&M first because they were a top 3 team.
I watched that whole South Carolina game, and that was just an ugly game. That was ugly. Yeah, and listen, you're entitled, right? Everybody has an ugly game or 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you see some things. And these coaches are paid millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars to see those things as well. So they have analysts, that are bringing them analytics and all that. So we shall see, man. So listen, we touched on the Sharon Moore joint, man. We touched on it. We touched on the fact that we touched on the fact that Coach Freeman might be a New York Giant, by the end of next week. What's that gonna do?
He said Cancun, but people catch flights every day.
They probably sent them to Cancun.
Yeah, people catch flights every day.
Yeah.
I'm sure the owners of the Giants got private jets easy.
So someone mentioned that Kalen DeBoer is a target for Michigan.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could be a spot for him because maybe the expectations at Alabama are too
Unreal.
Yeah, too like we knew when whoever was coming after Saban was gonna have to deal with that.
Yep.
But how does the carousel go? Like if Michigan has a spot, Michigan has a spot, and if Notre Dame has an open spot now, shit, those are two huge openings. And then let's say DeBoer goes to Michigan, you have Bama open. Does Bama slide through on Kiffin? Like, yo, I know you just got to LSU, but this is really your dream job right here.
Nah,
what
Lanning.
you want to do?
My predictions, if we're going off top, I go Dan Lanning to Alabama.
Dan Lanning back to Alabama.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
Even though he's got it made, right? Like I think we talked about it 2 years ago when Saban left. Whoever this was after Saban was not gonna last long. Like you can't last after like that shadow. He's the greatest coach, one of the, if not the greatest coach of all, college football coach or coach of all time. That's hard as shit to follow. You're Kalen DeBoer. Yes, you're accomplished. You just brought Washington to the national. I get all that, but you know what I'm saying. Like unless you really knew college football, you weren't gonna know who that was. Like whoever that was that came after Saban was gonna have a hard time. So I always thought it was gonna be Lanning to close it all out. You know what I mean? Like to come back because Oregon is cool. You got the uniforms and all that shit, but Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Like SEC, that money is they just brought. You can't get Kiffin because you're gonna have to pay him $15 million. You know what I mean? To pay off that contract, which yes, they probably have it. But I go with Lanning. But and right after when Oregon loses in the second round, you know what I mean? He's gonna be available because that's what Oregon's gonna do. Like Oregon doesn't win whoever they
who does Notre Dame?
Oh, they go to NFL guy.
NFL. They're not going to said. That's what I said. Yeah. I said Notre Dame. Maybe Al Golden. Maybe they bring Al Golden back as a head coach. You know what I mean?
Nah, dog. I think you got to get a head coach. You got to take a head coach from somewhere. You got to buy somebody out. I think you can't do this level of.
I mean,
crying.
You're not going to get a head coach from the NFL. You're not going to get a head coach from the NFL. So you're going to get
a head coach from somebody. Buy somebody from somebody else. Or you could buy a head coach that is at a current position that you would want.
At a what? At a current.
I mean, Dillingham. At a current school, you're going to buy somebody.
Dillingham? Nah, they ain't getting Dillingham. They need somebody. It's a net. They're not getting Dillingham.
I'm saying
somebody mentioned Mike Tomlin from the Steelers.
Nah, man. Why? Been at Steelers. He's gonna retire from Pitt. Like, no. I would. Whoever said that, I would disagree. But no, I think it's gonna be an established head coach because you can't do this shit and boost yourself up above all conferences and then go get a random. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get a name. If you're gonna talk this big, you gotta go big. You can't get Florida and then have to settle for some raw when you clearly wanted Kiffin. You know what I mean? You got to go big game hunting. You can't, as much as I don't like what they're doing and how they're behaving, you got to go big name.
Sweeney. Who's Sweeney? Overdose?
Yeah, who's Sweeney? That Moore shit is crazy though. Like that thing that steamrolled out of nowhere. I didn't know anything was going on there. Like, yo, he's gone. I was like, yo, Bryce Underwood was popping.
Oh, Dabo Sweeney. Oh,
nah.
Oh gosh.
Nah.
I mean, Bama. He's a Bama.
Yeah, and I saw news
I could see him at Notre Dame.
Nah, I can see him at Bama. Didn't he play at Bama?
I can see him at Notre Dame, dog.
I can see him.
He's an alum. He's a Bama alum.
Yeah, I can see him going back to Bama. but he's kind of burnt out at Clemson. I don't know if he wants somebody like towards the end of the road. You know what I mean?
Nah, I think that'd be a new champ. That's the new. He ready to bounce out of Clemson. You know, he's run its course. You know what I mean?
That will make sense. But is that a big hire?
Hold on,
like, is that, you know what I mean? Is that something that will make them happy? I feel like you would want. I feel like the gangster shit to do. I feel like the gangster shit to do would be to get somebody big time, man, to take it away. But yeah, man, shit crazy. I think my good son.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what was going on. That's just age right there, boy. Is it? Yeah, but I guess because I don't like Dabo, I'm not gonna call it a big. You know what I mean? Like my own biases come there. Like I wouldn't think that's something, but it would be a fresh start, and he's an alum. That would be dope for that opportunity to be there for him, right? So you want to go back and rep it,
but he can't be the same way he was at Clemson. You can't be like, I'm not using the portal and all that bull.
No, you can't do that. You're gonna use NIL here, dog. Like we don't care what you think you want to do.
Throttle, son.
Yeah. You're not gonna be like, oh, they only get one Saturday where they visit, and if they try to visit somewhere else, they're decommitted. Like that's not gonna fly there because they want the best players at all times. At all times. Did we already give a shout out to Ray Ray?
Nah, that's fact. Salute to Ray Ray, man.
Yep.
He finally. You know what? I felt like this was one of the hardest decisions he ever had to make, man. Yes. Like that kid is a Miami Hurricane, son.
Yep.
Through and through. He stayed longer than he was supposed to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like there's no hard feelings. Go shine, man. I'm sure he's graduated and everything, and like salute to Ray Ray, man. Always a stand-up dude, always been down for Miami, man. Salute to him, dog.
Yeah, no negatives, no ill will, none of that, man. Like I'm surprised I'm shocked he stayed this long. We would talk about it every offseason. Like, yo, the last 3 years, like, yo, this might be the year. Yeah, this might be the year he bounces. But he stayed stuck with it, man, as long as he could. It became kind of obvious, you know what I mean, the situation, and just moved out quietly. Like there was never no drama, never heard nothing crazy about Ray Ray, and if he did, we wouldn't, So he just handled his business. I wish him all the best wherever he lands, man. I'm a root for him because ain't no ill will at all, man. So salute to Ray Ray, man. Appreciate the time. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the dedication he showed, man. Like it is what it is. Business happens every day, man, and you got to do what's best for you. So salute to Ray Ray, man.
And there's been rumors of Coach Dawson being a person of interest for the head coaching job at Coastal Carolina.
Yeah. Nope.
So
don't worry about it.
And we discussed that, a lower level job for his first head coaching job is what it's gonna have to be. So Coastal's a good little spot, man. That's by the crib. It's a good little spot. They've been successful.
You go pull up on him?
Yeah, I'll go holler at him, man. Go holler at him. See if he need a recruiting guy or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Definitely down there. And I'm up.
Say what's up,
man.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
In Charlotte, dog. You know what I mean?
You got to worry about that. I don't know if he leaves, man. Like, look, never know what people's aspirations are. You know what I'm saying? He's got young children. Maybe might not want to move him, but they know the business because he's been a coach for a very long time. But he's been rumored for a couple different spots, right? And they've kind of gone in a different direction. He might be turning that down, or whatever it is. But I'm not. It would be a surprise to me, but it has been 3 years, right? Like usually that's the lifetime of a coach. You know what I'm saying? At certain spots, like the Brett Venables at Clemson for 20 years is rare. The coach at VT those are rare moments. That's the exception, not the rule. So I wouldn't be surprised. You make your changes, but we haven't till that happens. BK, no idea who the conversations will be with.
Yeah, I haven't even looked into that. I haven't even looked into that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait
But
till after.
he's
We got things to going on. You know what I mean?
apparently Dawson has interviewed places. So,
Mm-hmm.
if he's interviewing, doesn't that show interest? You know what I mean? Or are you just interviewing just to interview? Why are we wasting time if you're not interested? You know what I mean? So
I know
I think
here's why you always interview, and you know this.
I
Here's why
always
you
do
always you always interview because it shows interest. So if your current location goes waffles a little bit, I'll be like, yo, man, but they offered me 400 more because or whatever it is. If that's a job that in a situation that's a job that he has to turn down, right? He will say, well, they're offering me 400 or 500 more. They get up the bag, so you don't gotta move. Because like me, I wouldn't want to move. I don't like moving. I moved all my life as a kid, so like I wouldn't want to move. I'd want something stable. But you always interview to let your current employer know, like, hey man, I got options, fam. Like you get up this bag or not up this bag. It's all a business. Like it's not just a Miami thing. Like if you could pay me 150 to 200 more, let's make that happen. You know, that's the way. That's why I would always take those interviews. And you never know. Like you could walk into an interview and really vibe and have a great rapport with the AD and the president. And you know what I'm saying? Like it might be the right landing spot. So it might be the right job. Completely understand it.
And then you turn down big money for promotion in your field. So in my field is a field that I've been in for a while and I don't want to be in anymore. So I'm always taking the money. Always. Because it's what I do as a job. To me, it's not a career. Now, when if I actually get into the sports realm and football, then it's gonna depend on where I'm at and the vibes and all of that. And if you're being respected, if I'm being respected where I'm at, they're willing to up the bag for me, because they understand my value, then I probably ain't going nowhere for real. But my current field, I'm taking the paper every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
You take the paper. Like once you understand that your field of employment gives you your livelihood isn't the field that you actually enjoy. You know what I mean? Like you take the money to cover a lot of that stuff up. But yeah, like you take the money if somebody's offering you the money. Well, fam, you could be paid $150 and be very unhappy. Like like you know what I'm saying? Like depending on what role you take. But I would absolutely turn down big money if it's gonna be that I'm never home. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be that I now have to deal with 1,000 different whack-a-mole situations that I didn't have to deal with before when I was making, however much less, but I was still comfortable. I've never been one that has chased the bag, but when the bag comes, I weigh my options. You know what I mean? Like, and I did it. And Joe, we talked. Like, I did it previously. So I'm one that goes, nah, man, cool. That's cool that I appreciate that you're offering me this, but I'm gonna stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes it's too much. And look again, like with Dawson, bringing it back to Dawson, you got to remember he has young kids. Like, I'm assuming that they're building their livelihood, and he has a great situation. And I think Ralph Lopez says, with the trajectory we're on, I think that was rough with the trajectory we're on.
Coordinator carousel.
Get used to coordinator carousel. I don't know if that's necessarily true, man. Like, you got to remember, as coordinators, you don't have to deal with NIL negotiations. You don't have to deal with a lot of these things that the head coaches and the recruitment people have to deal with. So it's a totally different level of management. You just got to make sure your team performs as the best of its abilities in practice and in the game. So the requirements are different. And that's a lot of stress that comes with that shit. So I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I think a lot of guys stay at a lot of places for a long time, man. Like Brett Venables was at Clemson the whole time with Dabo till the last 3 years, and he never left. And Dabo was winning natties.
Some people don't want to be head coaches, man, at this time. Some people want to that trajectory. Some people want that responsibility, that limelight. Some people just want to be coordinators, man. Some people just want to do that. So I get it.
And imagine if you have a coach like a Mario Cristobal that goes, I'm going to get you whatever you need. You might not have it this season, but next season I'm going to give it to you in abundance. If you don't have it, if I failed you here, I'm gonna overcrowd this shit so you have more. Like Guidry leaves because we have no secondary and he doesn't know how to adjust to emotion. You bring in a Heatherman, but with Heatherman, you bring in 3,000 defensive backs. You know what I mean? You don't just be like, oh, look, Heatherman, fix this with the same issues, right? Which is what we've done with this program and other programs I've done in the past. It goes, no, I'm going to give you more choices so you can play more toys so you can play around with this than just being like, oh, I only got 6 DBs. Now you got 16 of them motherfuckers with 8 more coming in and probably might get 1 or 2 in the portal. But even the portal changes, right? Because now you're in the playoffs, you're shopping in a different aisle then. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yo, you reaching for somebody. Your shopping list is different.
Yeah.
With already how you recruited this year with 30 guys. So yeah, man.
Yep.
Pilo says, still don't believe this team is better than 02. It's a lot left on to know. No, fam. I understand what you're saying, and I respect your consistency with this question, but no, 02 happened. 25 is happening. If things go wrong on next Saturday, you're not going to be back in here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, remember, 02 happened, dog. Like, you got to let the story play out. You can't say, yo, this is a good book when you're only 13 pages in. You know what I mean?
OG, appreciate you, brother. It is that. Oh, man.
Yes.
I ain't even realize.
No, it's just titled that. You know what I mean? It's in the title right there in the top left.
No.
But yeah, on the graphic that I sent you earlier today. But besides that, you didn't know. And the post that you retweeted, but besides that, you didn't know. Yeah, man, we just show up every Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah, man. 300 episode, Joey. How you feel about that, brother?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, ain't no fine. No fines in this.
I'm just here so I don't get fined, dog. You know what I mean? Nah, man, that's what's up. That's you know. People tell us that it's hard to get through 20 episodes. You know what I mean? 25. This is 300. That's a lot of talking. I don't even talk that much. It's a lot of talking. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You might get a thumbs up on a response to a text. He does not talk, yo.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
We did 3.5 hours on Sunday.
Yeah,
we've talked every Wednesday, Sunday, and when we do our National Signing Day specials for the last three years.
Spring.
Yeah.
Jones.
It's crazy. Yeah, we started this shit on random too. Like, to be here 300 episodes, numbers continue to grow. Subscribers continue to grow. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. We ain't stopping, dog. Like, we got big plans for 26. Like, this ain't slowing down, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. And like, in the beginning, yo, for a while, for a good year and a half, Joe had to put up with my Matrix internet, man, where who knows if he could hear me or not. He didn't know I couldn't hear him, but we made it work, man. And y'all sat through that. Y'all sat through that. So I appreciate y'all so much, man. And 3 years,
James,
4 years.
James,
can't stop eating that, yo.
It's not gonna be like CB. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like CB. I'm not trying to just CB's young, so he can eat what he eat. I can't eat that.
Yeah.
So I can't eat that.
No, that shit wild. Yeah, man. Like, it's been fantastic, man. And now, you know, keep it a buck. A couple of those off seasons were tough because we're talking about what we could have been, and now we're looking at a playoff. And yeah, man, it's incredible, yo.
Love it.
And I love it. Think we just get started. You got anything before we get up out of here, Joey?
Nah, man. Appreciate everybody. First time listening to Kevin Williams, man. Appreciate you, brother. Come back with us. Subscribe. You know what I mean? Come back with us, man. We here on Sunday. We'll be back on Sunday. to really dive into Texas A&M. And yeah, man, scan the QR code upper left for merch. We're about to drop some new couple playoff new joints. So yeah, we got to finalize one, and we got another one we need to get on. So
yeah, we in this, man. We in this. Yeah, man. Sunday we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? A&M with the rest of the squad. Maybe some, dive into a little bit of portal stuff. See what's popping, because there might be some more names over the next couple of days.
Should be more names dropping. Yep, definitely.
It's the business, man. Like it's not what it used to be. It's never gonna be the college football we grew up watching. Every day, every year, it changes. So, yeah, man. Names drop, and it's just the business, man. Names go, names come back, man. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. For my brother Joey. Joe, appreciate you holding it down, man. I'm your boy Benny Boondocks, a.k.a. Benito del Monte. You know what I mean? And we'll drop all the predictions and all that Sunday, man. Appreciate y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time. You already